the Stoved Up Podcast. On this episode, we've got the definitive opinion on whether or not Moxie is actually good. I'm your host, Paul Hunt, also known as Luke, on the very, very, very popular show, Welcome to Maine, on Facebook and TikTok. To my left here is my co-host, Ian Stewart, also known as Friggin' Mac from Welcome to Maine. Founder of the word Oh Yeah, and we have a third member, an official. Hasn't been released until we release the episode.
We do have a very special announcement. We've kind of been flip-flopping with the podcast, kind of trying to find format, trying to find form, and I feel like we found some pretty good form, pretty good format. Yeah,
based on fan feedback from last week, we have a new permanent member of the Stoved Up Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Please give it up for Red, also known as Red the Man-Child.
See if I can hit you in the face with this.
Oh, wow, very close. Very close, almost got me in the eye.
I would ask Red, how many views do you think that clip would have got you on TikTok? What's your average view count?
Within a couple days, probably right around 6,000 to 8,000.
6,000 to 8,000.
No, what? You would have done more than that. It's being very modest. We would have got 6,000 to 8,000 views on our shit.
I'm just trying to weigh going blind against my views. You know, I need a lot of internet points to go blind.
If I shot someone in the eye and then sucked down a hiney right after, probably 100,000.
Oh, easy. Yeah, modest numbers.
He is being modest. So a permanent edition of the podcast now. How do you feel about it? Just kind of out of the blue.
Kind of excited to have something to do on Wednesday.
Well, we should cheers that. Was it you raising your cup?
Cheers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
To Red.
Oh yeah.
Permanent co-host of the Stoved Up Podcast, and I think this one kind of goes out to the weekend, Ian. If we're coming down to the wire here, right. I actually turned 40 this month. I have a limited number of weekends, Ian, before I am officially in a midlife crisis state. And I literally look like I'm a green pair of tights away from getting Wendy, Michael, and John to jump out a second-story window, and I turned 40 this month.
Yeah, you look like someone who would serve drinks on Epstein's private jet.
I got carted to see Jurassic Park Dominion. Let's just put it that way. Like that was my weekend, Ian. By the way.
I mean, silver lining though, midlife crisis, you get some pretty cool shit out of one of those.
Yeah, I mean, midlife crisis, I'm gonna get a cool car.
Yeah,
probably.
have you been looking at Corvettes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously. I feel like if you get a Corvette, and if it's a convertible, which most are, right, when you get a Corvette, I feel like it comes with a pair of jorts. Right?
It should.
Or I want a Corvette so bad.
Like a jorts with a hammer holder. Like I feel like that's classic.
Corvette is my number
Camaro
one
driver wear,
car.
right?
I want a Corvette so fucking bad. You're not a Corvette guy?
You also got to get a cap that matches.
I'm not a vet guy.
Car.
I'm not a big on Corvette.
I would do that. Corvette, let me know. I'll get a matching hat.
I think you need at least one divorce before the Corvette.
Yeah, I got long hair.
Well, I've already got one.
Yeah, perfect.
And I'm only 30.
Oh man, you're ahead of the game. You're gonna have like 3 Corvettes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a good
dude, look at that beard. It's gonna be 8 Corvettes, and none of them are gonna be working.
No, but the Harley will work.
Yeah, the Harley's gonna work. But he's gonna have like a weird pet baby name for it, like Miss Darlin.
I have names for everything I run. My truck is Evelyn. My loader is Candace. Every machine at work I run has a specific name.
Female names? All female names?
No, I have one roller. It's called Reginald, the Roly Boy. For no reason.
That threw me off. I was not expecting that. That was very proper. He's like a British roller. What do you mean? What's a roller? I have no idea what that is.
So it's a big drum.
Yep.
That has a spinning vibrator inside of it. Sounds so sick, right? It's not pleasurable to get.
What do you do exactly?
It compacts.
He works at a porno store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Yeah. Fucking this big, man.
So it's a drum with a vibrator
inside of it, and it compacts soil. I'm a dirt worker.
Okay.
So you generally use them on roads to get compaction standards, so then you can put blacktop on it
instead of the pushing compactors, the hand pushed ones.
It's really big.
This is on a roller. I get it. Yep. I learned something today. I'm not a contractor by any means, but I will call you back.
And I'm neither a teacher, so don't ask me to teach you anything.
I haven't seen any updates from you on TikTok. I was curious what your weekend was like. What happened
My weekend? I got too drunk to remember what I did Friday night.
There you go.
That's a cheers to that. I mean, absolutely, yeah. That's the Stoved Up Podcast. Salute.
A+ right there.
Saturday, this is kind of an interesting story. Saturday, it was Saturday. I got stove up again. But Saturday, me, the old lady, and her 4-year-old boy, we went to a birthday party for his brother different mom, same dad. And then me and the old lady got real close with his brother's family, so they share a baby daddy, and now they're trying to hang out all the time and stuff, and we got all fucked up, and I bought a air mattress that fits in the back of my truck, and we slept in my truck. The kids slept inside, but we slept in the back of the truck.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's like a country song.
Yeah,
right
no. Those are lyrics.
Is there any
to
dandelion
a
wine
platinum-selling
involved?
country
Or any,
album.
Twisted Tea, Half and Half, and Budweiser's with American
That's a
flags
modern
on it.
country song. Yeah. That's a Jason Aldean 10 right there. That's a good evening. I would wonder why you gave us so much detail on the family tree. I don't know why that just threw me off. I was like following along. I'm like, okay, same dad, different moms, and then the story.
I got lost.
Yeah, the
I have no
story.
I just thought it was interesting that two people that have a kid with the same person, two women that have a kid with the same person, generally you'd see them fucking.
Oh, that is a good point.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Real good friends.
That is a good takeaway.
Very modern as well.
Yeah.
Very modern take on family raising.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think they both just kind of bonded over people being pieces of shit.
Okay.
Sometimes. It's not terrible. I don't like it.
You know what? I dug. That was me. That's on me. I went down that hole, and I think this is a great time, Ian, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
We actually have sponsors. Can you believe that people sponsor us
We do have
to talk
sponsors.
about them? And you guys actually are going to be excited about these sponsors today.
We have some great sponsors supporting us right here at the All Stoved Up Podcast. Thankfully, our first sponsor, very good friends of ours. If you don't know, it's Golden Watt. Golden Watt Cognac. These guys are absolutely amazing. They are everywhere. You can find them in Hannaford. You can find them at RSVP. You can find them at the Hilltop Superette. Wherever you need to find them, they are absolutely right there. You can find them at, it is www.goldenwatt.com. How easy is that? At Golden Watt Cognac, Instagram, Facebook, probably TikTok. You know.
I've never tried it. You got an open one?
100%. Do you want to try the
there's a few
kind of the
versions.
stamp? So
We
Golden
got
Watt
variety.
has the VS. This is the first one that they released. Absolutely phenomenal. I've drinking a bunch of these. Another sponsor this week is the Tyler Healy Band. These guys are absolutely amazing. Honestly, anytime I get to party with these guys, I know it's going to be a good night. From the mud runs we do together, we just did the Lincoln Loon Festival together. These guys are a ton of fun. Anytime I work with them, they're playing a mix of originals, covers, always a barn burner. But they've got a brand new song called Your Favorite Song. You can find it anywhere you can find music, Spotify, iTunes. If Napster's still around, it's probably right there on it. But the Tyler Healy Band, you can find them at www.tylerhealyband.com. You can find them on IG at tylerhealy.music. Another thing is they've got a ton of merch on their website. A good way to support these local artists. The good way to support these artists is to go on their website and buy some merch right there, tylerhealyband.com. And then they've got some live dates coming up if you want to check them out live. August 6th, Bangor State Fair.
The name of that song is Your Favorite Song?
Your Favorite Song.
It sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's challenging you. The band is challenging you.
Yeah, it's channel. Yeah,
Go check it out. See if it is your favorite song.
Yeah.
That's how you'll know. It's the only way
it
you'll
might
know.
be.
It probably will be. It's part of the...
It's literally called that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
They're good guys.
Go check it out.
So August 6th, Bangor State Fair. August 13th, they're at Woofstock in Waterville. August 20th, they're at the United Bikers of Maine in New Portland. That's a patty, dude. And then August 27th, right up the road at Eric's Church, dude. Eric's Church.
Man.
Turn it up.
Our last sponsor for this episode is Lit Local Pharmacy. Pharmacy with an F because they party.
Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it.
They remind you to stay lit. So you can find them on Facebook at the Lit Local Pharmacy, again with an F. Instagram at Lit Local, super easy. LitLocalFarms.com, that's LITLOCALFARMS.com. Full menu, crazy deals. If you are in the Bangor area and not working with if you're not working with Lit Local Farm, if you're not working with Lit Local Farms, you're doing a disservice to not only you, but your country.
And me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so these guys are supporting us, support them. Check out Lit Local Farms. These guys are absolutely killing it.
Do you remember Laverdiers?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Laverdiers have been way cooler if they sold weed.
Well, so didn't they? I just remember Laverdier's as like the place where you bought like Halloween masks.
I remember specifically their Halloween commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Which the
That's
kids
maybe
like
that's
at
why.
the end of the commercial come out in their costumes because they just got all like geared up.
Yeah.
Do you remember Laverdier's?
I don't know if I'm old enough.
Okay,
for
so
that.
Laverdier's was like a locally owned drugstore.
He's calling you old, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay. That's
Or I'm
I already
calling
went
myself
over.
young.
I already went over the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that I turned.
Yeah, he
40.
brought Pokemon cards here, motherfucker.
Pokemon battle. I brought
I'm old enough to know what Pokemon is.
I brought Pogs, so I'm way out. I remember the Laverdier's ad for Halloween where the kids came out at the end, and then somebody, I think it was a clown, a girl who's dressed as a clown. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I
have to
think
look
you're
it up on
right.
YouTube, goes, Halloween or like Laverdier's or Halloween. It's not just for kids anymore. And it was like a really off base.
Yeah, no, I like
like
that.
what do you mean? Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, who's
I
it
think
for then?
I think what do you mean?
Who's it for?
Like what are you talking about? Like. And that's the ad that I remember.
And
still
I
don't
feel like it's
understand
because Laverdier's original ad was Laverdier's. Do you own a van? We got candy. You know, and they're like, no, you can't put that on air. And they're like, all right, let's do the weird clown girl saying it's for not just kids.
Laverdier's, if you're from out of state, probably and older than this kid, you or younger especially, you definitely don't know what Laverdier's is. But it's a local. I think they sold to Rite Aid. I think that was who bought them out at one point. But they were everywhere. Almost everyone in Maine remembers Laverdier's.
I also get Laverdier's and Levinsky's mixed up.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, because the entire time you were talking about that, I was thinking about like werewolf masks and like jeans, like just like stacks
Levi's
of
jeans?
Levi's jeans for $33, and fucking chamois shirts and fucking hats.
shirts. Yeah. Winter boots.
But I was wrong.
$5.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Levinsky's. Very different stores, but not really. I think the golden age of Maine commercials was the late 80s, early 90s when Maine finally got video cameras.
Oh.
That was a beautiful time because everyone started making commercials and none of them were good.
You know when it ends though? The last good Maine commercials was the dude who went to prison who owned a bunch of car lots that was like come patty or it's a patty. Remember that guy? He had like
No.
these like
I don't know
like,
what the hell it was, but yeah.
It's a patty. Yeah, and he like went to prison for like I don't even know. I'm gonna probably bleep that out because I don't want to get indicted for something. But
Oh, I missed that. I'll have to Google that somehow. The potty.
the potty guy. But like I mean, dude, Jolly John commercials.
Oh yeah, Jolly John.
Friggin'
Mark Motors. If you
Oh,
didn't-
dude,
if
come on.
You
Mark
couldn't
Motors.
say Mark, you paid too much.
Yeah.
The Martin's lady rings a bell.
Oh, come on,
you
let's
know.
go. Yeah. Ooh, that's all right. All right. I dare you to think of one more Maine commercial.
The one I based this hat on, which is Hammond Lumber.
Oh, that one puts
Which-
you to sleep.
and
It's like a
every,
sleepy time
Every
tea.
commercial is a Hammond Lumber.
See, that song is
We've been
burned in my
delivering
mind.
word to people since before cows could fight. We'll even deliver word to your family if they're as nice as my aunt Spot's family is. We'll bring your wood right over there. We've been in business 50 years. You better buy wood from us, you motherfucker. That's Hammond Lumber.
Yo, who are the two kids whose like dad owns like a row? Maybe not a row. Like it's like a. You always hear them on the radio. It's like, "Hi, I'm Win, and I'm this other one," and like our dad owns a Kia thing, and like, who are those guys?
Oh my God,
You
I
know what I'm talking
know.
about?
They're forgettable, but they're not. at
No,
the same-
I can't remember
It's
them.
Win and Blah.
Oh, what is it?
Good.
They're like it's in the name. It's like
It's
Row
a it's
four. No,
a
it's not.
Route 1 dealership, isn't
it's a
it?
dealership. But I like
We're not doing
those. They sound fun.
I mean,
Hey,
that
I
doesn't
don't know
narrow
who
it
you
down.
are, but I
Route
want to
one
barbecue.
Don't know who you are, but I cannot stress enough how unfunny those witty banter back and
I
forth
love. No,
commercials were.
he's wrong. He's
No,
wrong.
I did not
Genius.
appreciate them.
Genius. If you want me to direct one, let
I
me
think
know.
someone
for free.
someone
for
at the
free,
radio
director,
station kept
for you.
selling you the idea that they were funny. That's what I
Hilarious.
think happened to you.
He doesn't get it.
unfortunately.
He doesn't
and
get
then
it. I
they
get
just
it. You're
kept
geniuses.
cashing the checks.
Fucking geniuses.
Speaking of Maine, our main segment today, I think the one that people are probably listening still for, if they're
Yeah,
even still
let's go.
listening, and that is the definitive edition of Is Moxie Good?
Well, let's get into our segment of what's the segment? Oh, Made in Maine. Is it good?
You want me to restart that whole thing?
Just right there. Just Well, whatever. You can.
The focus of the show today, if you're still listening, was our main segment, which is the Made in Maine segment, Stoved Up Podcast Edition. Today's featured product that is made in Maine is Moxie. Is it actually good? Yes or no? Very 1 and 0 on this. Very black and white, very binary. We need to know, is it actually good or is it not good?
Yes.
One or the other.
I think this is a good comment question. If you want to comment on any of these videos, if you're watching this, let us know. Is Moxie good or not?
Yeah, I mean, this is a carbonated beverage based on a medicine, and medicine.
Soft drink. It's non-alcoholic, but it can be made that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would argue it is made better that way with the alcohol.
Red, do you appreciate a Moxie?
I would do questionable shit for a Moxie. An
Wow.
ice cold Moxie in a can.
Ooh.
I don't like it in glass. Don't pour that shit out.
Where can you even find it in glass? Like a glass
I don't
of
even know,
Moxie?
but I have had a glass bottle Moxie.
Really?
Enough that you have a preference anyway.
I feel like
I've had people commit sacrilege and pour that shit into a fucking glass. Okay?
So-
with ice, no.
I feel like the only place that you could buy a bottle of glass Moxie would have to be like on a trolley or something like that.
You would think. Yeah.
Anything from the trolley?
Trolley?
It has to be ice cold
In a can.
in a can.
Okay.
Okay, so can you define the taste? Because I can describe the taste
Okay,
to you,
so-
but not like from the ingredients perspective.
Me being so passionate about loving Moxie. Fuck you if you don't think the same thing.
Wow. That's war over here.
Yeah, I'm a little much sometimes. I get that. It's fine. I scream.
Would you scream about Moxie?
I just said ice cream.
Oh.
Anyway, blowing snot rockets, I think. I don't know. My beard will catch it.
It's okay, you got a snack for later.
What was I talking about?
What
Moxie.
does Moxie taste like?
Moxie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Moxie. All right, so it does not reflect on my passion for how good Moxie is. It tastes like cough syrup with carbonation,
Okay, yeah.
with a stick of black licorice in it.
All right, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think Moxie tastes like?
So I think that Moxie tastes like if Jägermeister was a soda.
That's also a very good way to describe it.
Ooh, that is not at all what I think it tastes like.
What?
I think Moxie tastes like seasonal depression. I think Moxie tastes like that time of year in Maine when it's warm enough that there's no snow, but not warm enough that you want to be outside. That's what Moxie tastes like. It's like, oh, it's a soda, but then you taste it and you're like, oh, I don't want to be out here. Oh, I'm
Yep.
going back in.
Moxie tastes like chamois shirts you're donating to Goodwill. It's like old, rugged chamois shirt
Yeah. It's like,
taste. But that's why there's comfort in that.
yeah.
There's like a grandfather sweater aspect to drinking Moxie.
Tastes like fucking Maine.
Yeah, you don't
It's
get that
not
with
for
Sprite.
everybody.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, Sprite doesn't taste like Bryant Pond. Moxie does.
Yeah. Yeah, Moxie tastes like if Bryant Pond was strained through an old dog bed. And carbonated. That's what I'd say. Yeah. Just riffing off the cuff here. That's what Moxie tastes like to me.
All right, so I think we should do a 1 to 10. I think we should vote because I would love to use it as a clip. Go through what we're
I mean, we
doing.
need the audience's feedback. This is clearly not the full cross
Yeah,
section
let us
of
know.
how Maine
All right,
feels.
so
but
I'm going yes, Moxie. Paul.
no,
Wow. What? All right. All right.
no.
Hold on. All right. So yes, Moxie. Paul, why not?
I don't know how if I've not described it well already, but let me.
I know, but I feel like everything you described sounds good.
No.
To me, it sounds pretty good.
I don't know. It tastes like alimony. It tastes like.
that sounds
It
decent.
tastes like child support payments.
You don't wanna try that?
It literally tastes.
Child support in a drink.
It,
Like if you went to a bar and you were like, I'm ordering the child support.
like I feel like
don't know, I
people
probably do
who
that.
I feel like maybe not you, Red, but I mean I can't speak to you and how you really feel, but like I feel like most people who are like I fucking love Moxie are the same people that try to make their families angry by wearing Red Sox hats. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really like the Red Sox, but they're doing it to stick out. Just sort of like
What's wrong with the Red Sox?
I mean, sorry, Yankees hats instead of
Oh,
Red Sox hats.
oh, yeah, I
they
know
should
it's-
like the Red
yeah,
Sox, right?
no, I
But
know
they're
it's-
wearing Yankees hats. It's like no, they're 14. They're wearing a Yankees hats to stand out in the family. Like not because they like the Yankees.
No, the only reason you see a Maine teenager wearing a Yankees hat is because they can't afford the pants at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say the Yankees logo does look like a Scotch cooler, but I feel like you're just one of those kids that never ate the black jelly beans.
I love black jelly beans.
Well, wait, why don't you like Moxie?
Yeah, this is fucked up.
That's the difference. That's the difference. I buy the all black jelly beans on Easter. I don't like the yellow ones. I don't like the pink ones.
That is some Dexter level.
And I
shit.
like Jägermeister. I like Jaeger bombs. But
I don't
Moxie
understand.
soda is not. It's anise is the flavor you're thinking of, licorice, right? But that is not Moxie. Moxie's like, I mean, I do get that there's a little bit of that in it, but it's a lot of other stuff that dirties it. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you had lemonade, but someone put hot sauce in it. You know, it's not like it's still lemonade.
That sounds actually pretty good.
I don't know. Maybe actually that is pretty good. Maybe you do that at home. Comment. I don't know. But that's how I feel. Sounds
like a marinade.
I think it's a 2/3 thumbs up on Moxie.
I guess it's disappointing.
I clearly can't condone it, but that's how some people feel here.
Even though all right, fair enough.
All right, what's up next, Ian? I think our next segment is fan questions. This has been a long time coming because...
shout out to everyone on our Facebook. So if you are interested in submitting questions to this podcast, currently we are running it on our Facebook page, Welcome to Maine Show, facebook.com/Welcome to Maine Show. We popped the question today. What questions would you like to ask? Red, us, the show. We had quite the feedback. So we said we were going to read online and answer the top 5 questions, but it does seem like there were quite a few.
We're going to do a couple more because you guys are witty, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I haven't read any of these questions yet, so I'm excited to hear them fresh. They're going to hit my noggin live on the podcast.
All right.
Off my thick
Let's start it off light. Shout out to Heather Gibson. Thank you very much for your question. Heather Gibson asks, your favorite band to see live or best show you have been to?
Ooh.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what kind of music Paul listens to. Like, I feel like Paul listens to, like, if you ever watched the movie Grandma's Boy, and, like, the guy who's the goth guy is, like, listening to, like, that weird techno music, like, I feel like that's what Paul listens to. Yeah, just like, I like that, like it sounds like cash registers going off. That's what Paul, or I could also see, like, Paul just listening to, like, screaming people.
It's mostly Alanis Morissette.
Oh, I fucking
Jagged Little Pill. We actually saw it a lot. My wife and I, who's off camera, lucky for her, we saw Alanis Morissette in concert last year.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did at the Becker, New Hampshire, pavilion, which is a pavilion in the woods. I'd never been there.
You don't like Moxie, and you've seen Alanis Morissette before I did. I hate you both.
I know it's crazy. Garbage opened.
Am I in a Prius
awesome.
Commercial right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not trying to brag, but yeah, I saw Alanis in concert. Not my favorite concert.
How dare you?
If I'm gonna go back, it's in college. Back when we were still drinking shots of 5 o'clock vodka to pregame, 5 o'clock orange vodka, if you've ever done that.
Yeah.
And we went out and saw, when I lived in Manhattan, and we went and saw Eve 6. Remember that song Inside Out?
Hot in a blender.
We got really into Eve 6 and Cannabis.
If you didn't get a hand job to that song, you weren't in junior high when I was.
No, but we went and saw them, and my friend...
I'm gonna add that one out.
My friend, in the height of cannabis, illegalization in anywhere, he had snuck a joint in and gave it to the lead singer at one point. And the lead singer, I shit you not, stopped singing in the middle of the song, walked off stage, and smoke came off the side of the stage, like he was smoking it. And then the band members rotated out, and they would switch to each other's instruments. So then the lead singer came back and started playing the drums. The drummer went back and smoked the joint. And we set that up organically.
All right, Paul, by the
awesome.
way, this sounds like a story like when I was in 3rd grade and my friend was like, my nana in Florida lives next to Hulk Hogan.
No, this literally happened in Manhattan. It literally happened.
No.
100% happened. They swapped it out. And then to add to it, there's a song by Eve 6 called Here's to the Night, right? I wouldn't know that unless I fucking listen to Eve 6, right? I'm not Wikipedia. But, and that song never made the radio, but they have a song where they kind of like, they kind of cheers the audience, and they had like a rum and Kool-Aid, I think, in a cup that they were on the stage, and the lead singer gave it to my friend, and we all drank it like it was the Holy Grail, like Jesus himself had handed us punch with rum in it. That was a fun concert. I was wasted, but at the time, it felt like a really good time. And
Would you say you were stove up?
I was so stove up that I honestly remembered that last part of the concert and not how I got home, which was an hour's subway ride away.
Paul, I just want to say that it sounded like that was like a 3-star Yelp review.
Yeah. Still a 3-star Yelp review, but my best concert, honestly.
Like that sounds like something someone would put in like a Domino's review after drinking too much rum cokes.
So my friend stuck a joint in the pizza box.
All right, favorite. I'm gonna very quickly. I'm gonna say my favorite live. If I could go back in a time machine, I would see the band With Honor, which was a Connecticut hardcore band, and these guys were so freaking good, so tight, and absolutely amazing live. I saw them a bunch live.
I have way too many to pick from.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, as a professional paid musician, I played with a lot of the bands I grew up listening to.
Who was they? Was there a hero you got to play with?
Yes. Killswitch Engage.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Part of the reason why I became a musician to start with, and fucking, it was wild because we played that day before they did, and the guitarist Adam D came up and he was like riffing in the audience, and he said something to me. He was like, "That was sick," and then just disappeared. I think he went to the bar to get a shot. I can't fucking remember because I was drunk before I got on stage.
Did he have a pizza guitar with him that night?
He did, yeah.
That's fucking sick.
It was awesome.
Now, is that your favorite live band?
Yeah, actually.
Killswitch, yeah. With which singer though?
Both. I
oh
played
shit.
with both.
Oh, you play with both?
Yeah.
Wait, so at different times?
At different times. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. So, any difference? Like,
well, obviously in the singer, there's less comedy. Or for the shows that I saw, there was less comedy on stage with Jesse Leach versus with Howard Jones.
Yeah.
Because Howard's just funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And Adam likes to riff off of him. And
yeah.
It's just a good time. But I mean, the only like a close second would have to be playing with Attila.
Oh yeah.
And then getting drunk on their party bus when I was supposed to drive for the next leg of tour.
What were you drinking?
Whatever was handed to me.
Anything?
If it was wet, I'd drink it.
Just Moxie and Jägermeister?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got to try that. That sounds good.
So, you know what's funny about Attila is, so I performed at the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2016, and when I was down there, I made a vlog video, and at the end of the vlog, I was at, Attila played at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Gathering of the Juggalos. But the singer was so, you want to talk about comedy on stage, the singer is so freaking funny in Attila. And I can't remember the actual quote. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. But it was something like, this next song is called Whip Out Your Titties and Get in the Mosh Pit. And I was just like, that's so fucking, you know what I mean? Like, all the other songs were about, this next song's called Hatchet in Your Face, you know? And they had a much funnier.
I just want to mention that this guy played with Killswitch Engage, and my friend gave Eve Six a joint, and I got told that it sounded like the My Nana Lives Next to Hulk Hogan. I just want to compare and say that seems disproportionate in terms of criticism.
Mine will sound way worse if I list off the bands I played with.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just weird how Ian.
All right, dude. That's one question. We got more questions, guys. Good lord. All right.
How long have we been going?
Yeah. How long?
We have 24 minutes left.
Oh man.
Really?
We're just talking too much.
I know.
Honestly.
Talking too much.
I'm trying to keep this under an hour.
I know. Hey, we'll get better at it. Half it's just going to be sponsors, which, I mean, hey, to be fair. Someone wants to know what's Mark's real name. It's Ian. If you're watching this podcast, you know. And also, Andrew, I know who you are. What the fuck? Gary Mason, does Red the Man-Child only eat red hot dogs?
No.
All right.
No. If it's filled with cheese, it's going in my mouth.
Challenge accepted.
All right.
What can we fill with cheese?
Rose Larry. That sounds like the way that you give a dog medication. By the way,
yeah.
You just have to fucking ease it into his gullet and put cheese on it, and he'll fucking take the fucking Valium.
I mean, honestly, my mother, R.I.P., always said, "Fucking, you stomp on his toe and he will eat it." She called me a garbage disposal because I'd eat anything.
Wow.
So that's your MC name, MC Garbage Disposal. Doing trash raps.
Yeah. Because if you make me rap, it's gonna be fucking trash.
Rose Larrabee has 3 questions. We're gonna pick one.
Okay,
she asks. Rose Larrabee asks, most embarrassing dating story? ? Weird habits ? Toilet paper. Over or under ? And then beauty tips ? By the way, this sounds like a shopping list by someone who has schizophrenia and a CVS. This is This is a lot of stuff. All right, so how about just one? Rose Larrabee asks, weird habits.
Oh, I probably have more than I can tell you. My wife's right there.
I'll bite my nails sometimes. So it's kind of fucking gross.
That's not that weird. I bite my nails sometimes when I drink. Sometimes when I drink, I go outside. We have this really good echo. It takes like 3 seconds, and then it comes back from our front of our house. It's down a hill and then off into a valley. And I will go outside. Should I do it here? Should I do what I do?
I guess. I don't even know what's going on.
Well,
are you gonna?
I just like the echo, so I go out and make a really loud noise if I'm drinking.
I feel like a Mothman's about to appear in front of me. What the fuck is going on?
I go outside and my neighbors fucking hate it, but I do it only when I'm drunk, so it's not my fault. And I go out and I go just to get the echo. Right. And it takes like 3 seconds, then you hear it go come back to me, and then I'm like so pumped, and then I go back inside. That's one weird thing I do.
Okay, and Red.
Weird habit.
Weird habit.
A lot of times on the job site, if it's too quiet and no one's made anything funny recently, I'll get out of my loader and walk up to like whoever doesn't look like they're having a good time, and I'll just be like, and then disappear.
You'll hump them into a good time.
See, it wasn't a hump to start with. It was just
like
it
wasn't
a
fucking
hump.
It's like a twerk. You twerk them into good times.
This is very, very poor twerk, but yeah, it's whatever you want it to be, really.
So it's either a hump or a twerk. It's a tump.
A twump.
A twump?
I'm tumping it up.
I'm twamping it up.
It's a hurt.
He's twamping it up.
The other weird habit that I have when I'm walking through a mall,
okay,
because I've been bitten by this a couple times.
Specifically.
Well, it makes more sense in a mall. I do it all the time. I'll do it driving my car. I'll open
What
the window.
is it, though?
What? Okay, I'm getting to that. So I'll walk by a kiosk, right? Or just like a fucking open storefront.
Sure.
And instead of yelling, fuck, shit, bitch, you know, all that, I'll just be
Normal.
like, milk! And that's it. Because you can't get in trouble for saying milk.
Dude, you have no idea.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. No one understands this. No one understands this. I feel like I am, if we're looking at a triangle, I am the point of this triangle where Red yells a bunch of random ass shit. The only other person I know that yells random ass shit is Paul. I have a fun story about Paul yelling random ass shit. And there's quite a few. He's yelled a bunch of random ass shit at random times.
I do.
But my favorite was actually a recent story. We were coming back from a gig late night. We are on the back roads of Maine, and we realized that we are adjacent to a young Christian camp, like a summer camp. And it's like 11:30 at night, and most of the lights are dim, but you can see some people kind of walking around campus. And we are, I would say, maybe 500 feet away from the camp, but we are completely in the woods in darkness. Like, they can't see us, but we can see them.
Perfect setup.
Perfect setup. Paul lets out a scream that could only be described as someone losing a child. It's.
Fuck yeah.
I knew what was coming, and it jumped me. I got sick to my bone. Yeah. I had goosebumps, and it's one of those things where like, not everyone was awake for it, but the people that like the 11 people that were gushing over it at breakfast the next morning. Did you hear that woman screaming in the woods? Will forever live on as legend.
Well, that's the thing. I worked at a summer camp for 8 years, and as a counselor, and we had all these legends and stories. I was never there for their inception, so I thought I'd be giving back by creating at this Christian kids camp a legend of the screaming banshee woman in the woods, or whatever demon they would apply it to later on, or however that applies in their belief system. I wanted to create that for them, and I think that's what that did. This is just me giving back. It's also hilarious, but the problem with this prank is that you don't ever get to see that conversation. The total payoff would be a fly on the wall in the mess hall the next morning.
Where they make an announcement about it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And it becomes a legend. To hear the next legend about it next summer, it'll never happen, but I can dream, you know?
They'll never, ever know who did that.
That was a real big, they won't know, they ever won't. But that was a real big, strand off that conversation. I think we kind of strayed.
I know. How much time do we have?
12 minutes.
Fuck. All right.
12 minutes.
Very quickly, Joey Annaloro, why haven't I seen you guys at any cannabis music festivals? I have hosted so many cannabis music festivals, it's ridiculous.
How many cannabis music festivals are there?
I feel like
that you guys haven't crossed paths.
Yeah, I'm doing one in Boston. I just got hired to do some big cannabis thing in Boston in September. Shout out Matt Berry, who just hired me for that shit. I'm always at cannabis festivals, so you're just too high, bro. Anyone? Cannabis? No, you're not a smoker.
What?
No, you don't seem like a festival guy.
I'm not a festival guy.
All right, so
I went to Harry's Hill once, but not for the music.
Charles York, does Mark have extra peripheral vision on that floating eye? Yeah, I do. Actually, when I am texting and driving, these things are fucking going which way. So
He has extra.
Yes.
Do you have like a
peripheral
chameleon
vision.
brain now?
Yes.
Has your brain like gotten to be able to see two?
Yep.
Two
Yeah.
things at the
100%.
same-
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I can see two things going on at the same time. It's awesome. It's awesome and also bad at the same time. If you're like trying to focus on one thing, blows. But if you, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the possibilities here. They're
Yeah, like a
almost
shark. I'm like a hammerhead shark going through fucking traffic, bro.
I'm gonna call you Hammerhead. From now on. Love that nickname.
Jess Green asks, will Mark ever say anything but oh yut? So if you're talking about Welcome to Maine, Mark already has. There is an episode where Mark says nope in one little section, a very small little nope, and I will let you find that on your own. It is one of the original Welcome to Maine episodes. It did very well.
I'm actually gonna go look for
I
that
don't even
too.
know which one that is now.
I'm not telling anybody.
Fuck.
Caca.
Kenneth Payne Jr. asks, the best place to get supper after you smoke a jibba, and in Red's case, have a couple drinks. My favorite, I'm going with friggin' Big Rex, dude.
Oh, I do love.
I
Big
like
Rex.
doing some comedy shows at Big Rex and ordering too much food and having too many beers.
You ever been to Madawaska?
Madawaska, Bubba.
I don't believe I have.
That Big Rick's is literally a stone's throw from the Canadian border.
Yeah,
and when
you
I
can
say
see,
that,
yeah.
I mean like you could literally hit it with a stone.
Yeah, you can
from
wave
Big Rick.
to the.
You can wave
attendants.
to the guard
Yeah.
from the Canadian border from Big Rick's, and they make a good poutine, which is how you really say
Yep.
it, and with beef gravy, which is the real way to make it. Just so anyone
Yep.
who's watching knows.
So Big Rex, you?
Oof. The wife and I, we're in Gorham, so we have 2 different Sebagos we can go to. We
Man,
prefer.
you just said that like you have a Labrador waiting in the car right now.
I said it like I'm wearing a
Like,
Land's End vest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I was trying to sound hoity-toity about having 2 Sebago options, but I
I
just
love Sebago.
Oh, I mean,
I
I
like
had
Sebago.
Sebago, beer today, and I like their beer, but I go to the tasting room. It's more crowded, but I like it because of the tater tots. If you're looking for solid tater tots,
I can attest.
yes, thank you. The tasting room Sebago has. I mean, they all have good tater tots, but that one specifically. Has
Any
a lot.
place that has poutine, I'm fucking down. Red, where's your kind of like your munchy spot?
After a couple beers, I like to go. So I got a couple go-tos. Sophia's and Cornish.
All right, yeah, that's perfect. That's amazing.
Pizza place. You can't really go wrong there. You get subs and stuff like that too.
What's your go-to sub there?
My go-to sub would. I don't really get subs there. I always
You're like, yeah, the great
always
sub.
get
What's your go-to pizza order?
probably pepperoni well done.
All right, now, hey, very respectable. Very respectable.
Easy, hard to fuck up. Just burn it.
I like it.
That's
Yeah,
all I
yeah,
want.
hell yeah.
Another one, if I'm drinking in like the old port,
Yep.
I'm getting sideways.
Yep.
I like to go to Slab. Because they got,
Yeah.
and it's not
Oh, yeah.
super expensive. They got big ass,
Yeah.
like square cut
Yeah.
pieces of
Yeah.
pizza.
Oh,
and
there are mattresses smaller than the
Than
fucking
these slices of
slabs
fucking
and
pizza.
slabs.
I love how
Yeah.
it's like basically a piece of bread that they've like painted.
Oh, yeah.
Some sauce on, and it's
Yeah.
so good. And you're like, yeah, this is pizza.
I feel like it's pizza. Like when a preschooler draws what pizza is, that's what Slab makes in the best way possible.
accurate.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I love Slab. Shout out Slab. Shout out Emily at Slab, who's very supportive of the comedy scene. All right, great question. Let's do one more question, and then there's so many great questions. I'm so sorry if we didn't get to them. I'm
You know
so
what we'll
sorry.
have to
Get to
do?
them next
We'll have to do a live,
We'll do a live.
and we'll answer some more questions.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so
if
sorry,
you're watching
guys.
this, we already did a live you're in the future from now. So we already did a live with
Man.
some more questions.
This was going to take a while, but I think it's a really good one. We're going to do it really quick.
Okay.
And so Jordan Dawes, if Maine had a Hall of Fame, who would you guys put in it? Top 5 Mainas. I think how about just top 3 from just for the sake of time. Top 3 Mainas. Let's go. I'm going with Stephen King. Obviously, is right in there. I'm going with Angus King because why the fuck not? King and King. That's probably a bad idea, but
I don't know.
I just said that to say it.
It's funny though.
Maybe not. Stephen King. How about just one? I'm trying to think of like other fucking Mainers. Oh, top fucking 5 Mainers.
Top 3? I don't know, man. Like,
How about we could all come up with the top 5 together? So Stephen King's in there.
let's think of 5 Mainers, guys, that are famous, real quick, and then we'll just throw them in there.
All right, all right. Sorry.
You know what I will throw into the fray? What? I'll toss this one in. I worked with someone who worked at Channel 6, and I've had a few instances where I've got to meet Cindy Williams and Lee Nelson, and you've worked with Lee Nelson.
Yep.
I would absolutely induct both of them. Both of them into the Hall of Fame because they are as awesome off camera as you would think.
All right. So if we're going, all right. So absolutely.
Yeah.
So if we're going, so that kind of like honestly, that kind of like cleared my palate because I was thinking Stephen King and then like what other global celebrities are from Maine? All right. So yes, 100%. Those guys are awesome. Great too. Stephen King. So now we got 3.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Red. We need your favorite Mainer.
My favorite, Bob fucking Marley.
Bob Marley. All right, yeah, you can't
How
go
did we
wrong with
not?
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna go with a really weird one. For me personally, my favorite comedian from Maine, Joe Parham. Joe Parham was a retired school teacher when he started stand-up comedy. He put out, I believe, 12 albums in a very short amount of time. He was in the movie. He was in a Stephen King movie, Graveyard Shift, I believe, and he was also in another movie with his wife. But Joe Parham is by far the best storyteller Maine comedy's ever had. Yes, I'll stick by that. But yeah, Joe Parham.
Yeah, I have to throw Tim Sample in.
Tim Sample's in there too. Tim Sample, and we are supposed to be doing some. I can't talk about it, but
maybe.
Hey, we'll see. But Tim likes the show, so that's good. All right, so if we did not get to your question, I apologize. We will go on live.
We had a whole
How
segment.
much time do we have left?
We are out of time. We had a...
So I think I fucked up because you still have 10 minutes left.
We have 10 minutes left? No, it's fine. That's good.
Okay, good.
So
then we have time for the segment. All right, moving on to our next segment, the stoved up story time. Basically, what's your stoved up story? I think if you live in Maine, by default, you have a stoved up story, something that's happened to you
100%.
that would equate to that.
What else is there to do?
We're absolutely right. You did something. You did something at one point in Maine that garnered a story. Tonight's story comes to us from Red, who will be enlightening us on what specifically, because I have not briefed on this.
Probably why I don't smoke weed.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
By the way, shout out our sponsors.
and it's not your fault. I just can't.
Shout
help
out Lit Local Pharmacy.
Yeah. Not Laverdier's, Lit Local.
Well, I feel like, to even preface this, I feel like anyone, even if you smoke weed, you've had a bad experience with weed, right? Have you? Yeah. I mean, how many panic attacks have I had? A lot.
Oh.
A lot.
I definitely ate a chocolate. We were in Denver once, and I got a cookies and cream chocolate bar and ate too much. I won't go into the whole story.
No. All right, very quickly. So
Sorry,
we used to run a YouTube channel that was popular regionally. We were flown out to Colorado to Champs, which was a glass exposition or whatever the hell it is. Awesome. A super fun time.
Cool.
We got to go to all these like cool remember the party we went to?
Yeah.
We had
Barely.
Absolute blast. But one of the things is we were treated to a dispensary and we had guides with us. And so we go into this dispensary, we come out, we all got some stuff, and Paul is licking his fingers and throws a wrapper into the trash. And one of the people that's with us, one of the guides goes, "Hey, you didn't just eat all that, did you?" And Paul's like, yeah, it's a candy bar. I ate the medicated candy bar, I ate it. And the guy was like, no. And then the other guy with him, almost like a Sherpa during like an avalanche, was like, grabs his shoulder, and he was like, oh, no. And then Paul, judging by the fear in our Sherpa's faces, goes, should I throw it up?
I went almost
do I need to throw it up?
bulimic right
and
there.
the other guys were like, nah, you're going to have to ride out. We then went to a Mexican restaurant for dinner and had one of the best meals of the entire fucking week. But yeah, Paul had a good time.
Except the end.
No, we went to a steakhouse. Was it steakhouse?
I don't remember,
I don't
honestly,
remember.
dude.
We went to a really
at the end of
nice
the night, we were
restaurant.
at a warehouse party of some sort for Champs where there was 3 stories, like 3 like tiers. We were on the lower level. They
First
were
free dab bar ever
doing
experienced.
dab bars, like really gross dabs. And then like I have a photo of me like completely like
looking like
unable to do
E.T.
anything.
in Anthony's
I'm like
Basket.
I am ET like in the
Anthony's
river,
Basket.
like all like white and like that's what I look like. And in the background is the back of Miley Cyrus's head, and she was there, and I forgot all about that. There's a picture of Miley
All right,
Cyrus.
Red.
Yeah.
Stoved up story.
So I was at a house party with one of my real good friends. I don't think he watches any of these, but if he does, he's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll call him Leg Fucker. So I was at Leg Fuckers, right? And we were getting turned. We knew we were gonna get turned. That was kind of the premise of going over there. It was the top floor of like a 5-story apartment building in Waterboro, right? I think
Wait, they have 5-story apartment buildings in Waterboro?
It wasn't big. I don't know what it is now.
Is it just like a converted mill?
Probably. I mean,
Did it have one of those like wooden Dr.
It was a
Seussian
finished wall.
staircases coming out the back to make fire code?
It was pretty much, yeah. And it was a finished attic, is all it was. Because like if I walk too
Oh my
close to a
gosh.
wall,
It's an
I'm gonna
apartment in
bump my
Portland.
head on
Yeah,
something.
absolutely.
But yeah, I was up there. We were drinking hard, and that was back in my liquor days. I don't really drink liquor that much anymore. But this,
Except for the VSOP, yeah.
yeah, that stuff's good.
Going back to his liquor days now.
Probably gonna get me in trouble, but
Uh-oh.
not too much. Anyway, I was up there, and my drink of choice was Jaeger bombs because I was young,
You were wrong. Yeah.
than I am now.
You were wrong.
Jägermeister and Red Bull, and I'd always bring 4 20-ounce Red Bulls and a 50 Jaeger anywhere I went. That should get me there.
Yeah.
I was on the last.
It should
that's-
get you there.
it's
huh?
enough.
That's 2, that's 2 drinks per can.
Yeah.
I was on my last drink of the 4. And we were having a great time. I was singing, and I never sing in front of people, and there was like a questionable amount of people there for the size of the room. And my buddy bet me, because I just mixed my last drink. My buddy, longtime friend since grade school, he was like, if you drink that in 10 seconds, I'll go get you 4 more 20-ounce Red Bulls. And I was like, I can do it in less than 10. He's like, if you break 10, you ain't getting any more. And he's like, if you go under 10, I'm going to buy you 4 more. I'm like, bet. And I put it away in 3 seconds.
There you go.
So he went and
Champ.
he
Good champ.
left to go get me 4 more. And of course, I'm 10 sheets to the wind by this point. Like, ready to
Or
take,
8 Jaeger bombs. Yeah.
yeah, to the wind. I was ready to take my pants off, pretty much. And
Yeah. All right. Go on.
Yeah.
I've been there.
That's a level. Yeah.
and not
Yeah,
not,
it's a certain level of drinking.
Get rid of your
yeah,
pants.
take your
Pants
pants
off.
off
Yeah, yeah.
and not engage in
And
coitus
to be
with
fair,
somebody.
taking your pants off is not even the top level of drinking.
No, it isn't.
No,
Nah, I would go level 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my buddy was like, "Who wants to smoke a bowl?" And I'm like, "Fuck it."
Oh,
And
yeah.
I already knew.
Oh yeah.
I already
Yeah.
knew
You
that I
knew it was
hallucinate
gonna be bad.
every time I smoke weed. But I was like, "Fuck
Like
it."
how
tonight's the
hard is
night.
a hallucination? Like pretty fucking like
It
craziness.
looks like my life's a slideshow, and I have to remember how to breathe.
I mean, to be fair, I've done so many drugs where I've had to remember how to breathe.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah, I
there
don't
quite a few
like
times.
that.
Yeah, it's
But,
not
but
great,
are you
but-
only smoking after 8 Jaeger bombs?
No, I've done it sober before.
Okay.
It's
Same
Same
thing?
It's worse, actually, if I haven't
It
drank.
like reduces your frame rate.
Yeah. just quite a bit. Like, I'll do something like rub this chair, and I won't feel it for 5 minutes. Or know that I did it for 5 minutes. It's weird.
To be fair, I wish weed affected me like that.
That's
Like,
what
I've been
everybody
kinda
says.
looking for that
yeah,
weed, like-
I'm looking for that weed.
I want the time traveling.
Yeah, I need that
style
time
weed.
traveling weed.
I don't want that melting to the couch
Yeah, yeah.
weed. I want the time
All
traveling
right,
one.
we're cutting them off. All right. What do you,
But he goes, "Who wants to smoke a bowl?" I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go. I'm in." And he looks at me, he's like, "I know you." He's like, "What do you want to smoke it off?" I was like, "That's 6-foot bong right there." And he was like, "Okay," because we're all drunk. He was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, if he wants to screw himself, let's do it."
Yeah.
So he fucking lights it up, and he's like, "Say when?" And I just started sucking. And I didn't stop until it was white up here.
All right, keep going.
I am 6 feet fucking tall, right? And I was back then. And I just kept going. And he's like, I'm pulling it. And he pulled it, and I cleared the chamber one breath. And I was like, and then I finally let all of it out. And he was like, what a fucking trooper. I was like, I'm not going to like this in a minute, probably. I went back to the kitchen table, started singing some Alanis Morissette, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were
Which
getting
song?
after it.
I have to cut in. I have to cut in. If you just took the sound bites of what he just said.
I know, the white and
it
the...
was just
yeah, I mean,
so... I mean, you could put it on OnlyFans and buy a fucking Ferrari with that shit. All right, keep going. I'm so sorry.
Or
I'm so sorry.
Corvette. You don't miss
Or
it.
Corvette. I
You're
need that
back in the
Corvette.
kitchen. You're singing Alanis Morissette. You just finished a 6-foot bong rip.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Kind of seemed like I didn't have legs anymore. I was in Aruba, and it was fucking wild. Like I was like the Headless Horseman, but the head of the Headless Horseman just fucking all around.
Like you felt like a floating head?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was crazy. I'm like, oh, let's do some crazy shit. So we played poker. I don't know how to play poker, but apparently I did it. And then I lost consciousness. I blacked out. But apparently I was still walking around saying fucking shit that didn't make sense.
I gotta stop you real quick and just say, so far, this sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem so far.
I'm a fan of this.
Yeah. No,
What
it was
happens
fun
next?
in the moment. I guess.
And then what?
After I stood up, I went to go make myself an orange juice
Of course.
with cinnamon. I don't know why that
Wow.
sounded good, but I mean, it sounds pretty good
That
right
sounds
now.
very progressive.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't remember making it to the counter. And then, like, I felt like the head floating around and then just gone. They told me that I was still walking around saying nothing that made sense. And that I passed out in the bathroom like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't. And they said that you woke up and said, I gotta go. And you ran all the way down, all 5 fucking flights of stairs outside to vomit.
Good on you.
I vomited, ran back upstairs. They said, we don't know why the fuck you ran, but you did. And you went back to the bathroom and just curled up at the toilet. And then 5 minutes later, you got up, did the same fucking thing, ran down. And they were like, you did that 5 to 6 times that night. And not every time did you throw up. And they were like, we followed you a couple times, and you were just out there dry heaving. And when you felt like you were done, you'd run back upstairs, dry heaving all the fucking way.
And can I just say, Lit Local Pharmacy, if you have this strain, please let me know. I want this strain so badly. I need this strain so badly that Lit Local Pharmacy with an F.
Yeah.
If you have this fucking strain, you need to give it to me, man.
Yeah, Lit Local Pharmacy, we just had some Gorilla Glue prior to the show, and it is not touching us anywhere near the level
Come on, let us know.
that this is.
Thank you very much to our sponsors, Golden Watt Cognac. Find them at www.goldenwatt.com. Tyler Healy Band, tylerhealyband.com. Buy a t-shirt. And then Lit Local Pharmacy with an F. You can find them at Lit Local Farms with an F, farmswithanf.com. Thank you guys very much for watching the All Stuff podcast. I think we should do a different outro so I don't sound like a psychopath. Thank you guys very much for watching the All Stuff podcast. I'm Ian. Stuart.
All right, I'm going to do the outro. Ready?
All right, yes. Yeah, he does the intro. I don't want to do the outro anymore. I've had too many beers.
All right, Ian has had too many beers. I'm your host, Paul Hunt. This is your host, Ian Stewart, also known as Friggin' Mac from Welcome to Maine.
Yes.
I play Luke from Welcome to Maine, as you
Yes.
very well know. And thanks again to our new co-host, officially moving forward, Red the Man-Child. Check him out over on TikTok. That's our episode. We'll check you out the next time.
That was way more professional.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
He
why
kinda
I'm not the
fucking
host.
Does it for a living.
That's why I'm not the host.
There's nothing in there.
Okay.
I was
All right, thank you guys.
I was fake drinking on it.
By the way, I said thank you guys to Just Stacy.
You're welcome. I sat here.
Can I pee in
Thank you
your
so much.
backyard?
No, you can piss in the actual house.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Cat.
Hi. You want the rubs? You want the rubs? Hi.